here today at Disney's Animal Kingdom because since working here over the last 6 months, I have grown such an appreciation and love for this park, and I wanted to share that with all of you. So we're going to kind of go on a walking tour and show you everything that makes Disney's Animal Kingdom so incredible. Now, before we head into the park, one tip I'd like to share before you start any Disney vacation is as soon as you get your ticket or your magic band, go ahead and take a picture of the inside or back of it. Because you're going to find a sequence of numbers and letters, about 12 of them, that kind of create the ID for your park ticket. So if you have a picture of it and you lose it, the cast members can easily replace it for you. Now, as soon as you get off the bus or the tram or you walk from your car, you're going to go through a security checkpoint. This is just to make sure that you are safe and everyone else is safe while they're enjoying their vacation here at Walt Disney World. Then you're going to go through, and one thing I'd like to point out specifically about Disney's Animal Kingdom is that Rainforest Cafe is actually outside of the park. So if you're coming for a dining reservation, you do not actually need to enter the park itself and use one of your park days. You just need to head into the restaurant itself. Now, if you are playing in the park and leaving for a meal and wanting to go back, just make sure you have your park ticket so you can re-enter. You can either re-enter through the touch points over here, or there's actually a side entrance through the gift shop that you can go back into the park with. After you go through security, you're going to run into our vacation planning booth. This is where you can book tickets, make fast pass plans. They can really do a lot of stuff with the itinerary, as well as pick up will call tickets, as well as tickets for the other parks. So if you're going to be purchasing a ticket for like Not So Scary Halloween Party, you actually do not have to do that strictly at Magic Kingdom. You can do that at any of the theme parks. One other thing I'd like to mention is that as of May 1st, smoking is banned from Walt Disney World parks. So there's always going to be a smoking area outside of it now, which is actually right behind me, right next to Rainforest Cafe. Again, if you choose to leave to smoke, just make sure you have your park ticket with you so you can get back into the park and enjoy the park with your family later. Just behind the vacation planning booths, you'll notice for your convenience is some restrooms, as well as a Chase ATM. So if you decide to rope drop and you're here bright and early before the park opens, there is a restroom available to you, as well as an ATM if you need cash. Also, straight across the way is an outside guest relations location. This is for if you're having any struggles prior to entering the park. Now, right when you enter the park, all 4 parks will kind of have similar amenities at the very front. One of the first things is maps and times guides. You're going to want to grab those if you want to make sure you're catching shows and characters, as well as Animal Kingdom. We break it down with an animal guide as well, so you can see what animals you're going to see here in the park. Otherwise, we have ECV and stroller rentals, and right at the end is Garden Gate Gifts. So this whole area is technically considered Garden Gate Gifts, but there's stroller rentals and then the gift center itself, which is actually the camera center. So if you're having photo pass issues or you want to purchase Memory Maker or buy a magic band, that's where you're going to do so. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is if you purchase something in the parks and then you decide that you want to pick it up later, Garden Gate Gifts is where you're going to do package pickup later at the end of the day. On the opposite side is where you will find guest relations. Guest relations will always be on the left side of the park as you are entering it at all 4 theme parks. Guest relations can really help with a lot of things like ticketing, fast passes, any issues you're having throughout your day, dining reservations, anything that you can think of, they can probably find a way to help you. Then right next to it is a set of restrooms inside the park and locker rentals that you can use while you're in the park today. Directly across from where you enter is something that a lot of guests actually pass by every day, and that is right here. This is the opening day dedication plaque. Now, it's really special to me because it's something that a lot of the guests just simply run past every morning as they're trying to rope drop and head to Pandora. So when I see a guest stop and look at it and read it, whether they stumbled upon it or they were searching for it, it's really just a nice moment that they're recognizing everyone that took a lot of hard work and effort to create this incredible place. So right across the way, make sure you come and take a look at it. So this area that we've been exploring is not only just called the main entrance, but it's actually called the Oasis here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now the Oasis kind of splits into 2 paths. You'll see it on the map like this. There's the park entrance. You can either go on the right hand side or the left hand side. Now the nice thing about the left hand side is there's a back entrance to Rainforest Cafe. So let's go check that out. So we were just sitting over there by those trees. I walked straight this way, and over here is the side entrance to Rainforest Cafe. So it's a pretty nice entrance if you are coming into the park in the morning and then going to eat. You can use this path here, as well as you can come back into the park this way. Let's continue up this path. One of the things I love about the Oasis is how it really is an oasis. It's an escape. So we were just on the main path on the left, and I just explored this area right next to my thumb. There's a connecting section of the Oasis. So that would take me to the right path, and this takes me to the left path. But here there are actual animal enclosures and water features and the ever famous Disney ducks. So if you just need to like pull off to the side for a quick second, grab something, or you're wanting to like just get out of the hustle and bustle for a quick moment, it's a really tranquil area to do so. One of my other favorite things about going on the left path is there's a bridge over here. It's just really fun to play on, and a lot of people don't actually notice it because they're so busy trying to get into Pandora. So that bridge is right over here. How fun was that? Alrighty, so we are about to exit the Oasis, and before we do, there's one more thing I'd like to point out that is one of my favorite things about Disney's Animal Kingdom. The mere fact that you cannot see the Tree of Life until you come around one of the Oasis corners. So there's really truly a grand reveal of the Tree of Life, because Spaceship Earth, Tower of Terror, even the castle you can see from miles away. Now I do love that at Magic Kingdom you still have to be transported there. You can't just park and walk. You can still see the castle. Here, if you're coming in and parking or on a bus, if you look hard enough, you can see just the top of the tree, so a lighter shade of green. But here, no matter what, you have to come around a corner and finally see it. And whether it's raining, it's dark clouds, or it's perfectly sunny, it always takes my breath away. And that's one thing that really sparks the magic for me every day I get to come and work in this park. Because I actually not only spend time in guest relations at the front of the park, but we do actually have a secondary guest relations inside the park called the ticketing corner. And so anytime I get to go up there, I get to have that grand reveal all over again.
Thank you.
Like for reals, look at that. It's just so pretty. We have left the Oasis and now we are officially in the center part of the park called Discovery Island. It is named after Discovery Island. It's over by Magic Kingdom, as well as it is approximately the same size as Discovery Island. That's something I did not realize until I started working here. That's really cool. You kind of get to walk on an area that's honoring Discovery Island. If you head over the bridge from the Oasis to Discovery Island, you'll first encounter some wilderness explorers, and this is where little kids of all ages can sign up and get a Wilderness Explorers booklet that they can take around the park itself to earn badges while they learn about animals, conservation, and environmentality. Otherwise, we also have the Riverside Depot on one side and Island Mercantile on the other. Both are two main gift shops here on Discovery Island. Now, each one kind of has something that makes it special. Island Mercantile is where you can find those fuel rods, those charging banks that are $30. That comes with the bank, the cord, and the adapter itself. That's where you can swap them out for free once you purchase one initially. Now, when it comes to the Riverside Depot, this is the side where the ticketing corner is, or that secondary guest relations location. Something else to point out near Island Mercantile is one of the first Fast Pass kiosks that you'll run into in this park. There are 3 of them, so there's one here. As we saw while we were coming over the bridge, straight in front of us is the Tree of Life, the main icon for Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. There are some really cool things about the tree itself, which we've talked about before, but my favorite thing is the winged encounter show that happens in front of it throughout the day, where macaws come out and fly, and you can get some of the coolest photos ever. It usually happens on the half hour every hour. The other thing that's really cool is at night, when the sun goes down, there will be a projection show on the Tree of Life. Now, the projection show doesn't necessarily start at a certain time. It's not like the projection show over at Hollywood Studios that's at 8:15, whenever it is. It happens as soon as the sun goes down. It happens intermittently. So there are 4 different shows, each one themed after the seasons. And each one is only about 3 to 5 minutes. So if you stand anywhere near the Tree of Life for about 15-20 minutes, you're going to see all 4 of the shows, and you can move on and enjoy the rest of the park. I moved a little bit closer to the Tree of Life just to kind of show it off again. as well as there are photo pass photographers right behind me, so I really wanted my Buzz Lightyear backpack to be in some people's shot. Oh my gosh, look, there goes a kangaroo! See, the things that you will see while you're exploring the Discovery Island. So Discovery Island is kind of like a giant circle, and that's how we're going to explore it today. So on the map, you'll notice that it makes a giant circle. What we're going to do is we are going to take that left and go all the way around. Once we're done exploring Discovery Island, we're going to branch off to Pandora, Africa, Asia, and Dinoland. Just so you guys can kind of follow along with how I'm going to explore today. So at the Tree of Life, we're going to take the path near Island Mercantile. Just on the other side of Island Mercantile, if we were to take a left, we would be heading towards Pandora, as well as Tiffin's and Nomad's Lounge. We'll explore that a little bit more later. But also right here is the new Otter Grotto that we just reopened. It's a new habitat for them to explore and play in. So this is their new habitat that they can play in. Now I came a little bit late in the day, so I don't know if they're going to be out playing anymore, especially with this weather. I like the little slide they have. That's so cute. Across from the other exit of Otter Grotto is the Pizza Safari, where you can get pizzas, flatbreads, and salads. Just on the other side of Pizza Safari, you'll notice there is some restrooms. Now there are going to always be these 2 restrooms on each land in all of the parks. So that is one of the restrooms here at Discovery Island. Across from the restrooms is this Tree of Life garden, which, to be honest, I don't know if it's ever been open while I've come to play in the parks. So let's go check it out. Let's see how close we can get to the Tree of Life. Looks like there's probably supposed to be some animals here, but they are currently out. Let's head this way. If anything, this is just a really cool, quiet path that, like, you get to explore and get off the beaten trail. So let's see if it goes really anywhere. Looks like there might be a robot. Oh no, we can still keep going this way. Okay. Look, there's even like animal engravings back here. I had no idea this was here. This is so cool. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever been able to get this close to the Tree of Life. Guys, I am like freaking out. This is so cool. How did I not know this was back here? Just, oh my gosh, look at that. Guys, magic. Magic not only for the guests, but for cast members. This is truly incredible. I think I just found my new favorite spot. And I know in some of the other videos I told you about my other favorite spot. Still love it. But this is probably my new favorite. This is so cool. Let's see where else this leads. I think I hear some water over here. Oh, look at that. There's a kangaroo there, a bird, a rhino. Wow. That is too cool. Alrighty, I've explored all of the Tree of Life garden, and it just lets out over by the like lemur enclosures and right next to Tough to Be a Bug's standby and fast pass entrance. So we just kind of made like a giant circle and ended up on the other side of Discovery Island. So we're going to come back and explore this a little later. We're going to continue off to where we left off. I have made my way back to the Tree of Life garden. This is where we're going to continue our walking tour of Discovery Island. Straight ahead of me is Creature Comforts, which is our Starbucks location. So if you need some Starbucks, head as if you're going to Africa, and that's where you will find it. Tucked back behind Creature Comforts in this DVC booth is First Aid and Baby Care Center, which is really great because there's medically trained professionals back here who, if you're not feeling well, they can check you out, make sure you're fine. Baby care has a lot of things like diapers, bottles, warmers. If you have medicine that you need to keep refrigerated throughout the day, you can bring it back to them and they can hold it for you while you're in the parks. So if you aren't feeling well, come and utilize them. If you need a quiet space to nurse or to take a guest with a disability that just needs to decompress, these are great spaces to do so. Also, here's a service animal relief area back here as well. Here at the big wooden Africa doors, we found the bridge over to Africa, which again we'll come back to later. If we were to go straight, we'd run into Tusker House, Festival of Lion King, and the Safari. Instead, we're going to take this path here and go behind the Tree of Life. Now when you take the path like I did, you come to what was my original favorite viewing of the Tree of Life, as well as back on this path where you see some people in blue suits. Those are the character attendants for Pocahontas. This is where she meets, back here. But right there, that's my original favorite view of the Tree of Life, and I still think it is really nice because it's really tranquil. That waterfall is really cool, but guys, that other shot was really awesome too. The other thing that's cool here is there's a big like watery section, so it's just like really peaceful over here. You can sometimes hear the drums of Africa and things like that, but it's just really incredibly peaceful over here and not traveled often. So definitely check it out if you're trying to cut between, say, Africa and Asia and you don't want to deal with a lot of strollers and things like that. This is the place to do it. So I was just standing over there. I went underneath and through, just kind of exploring some of these untraveled paths, and I stumbled upon what looks like the projection boxes. Here, I'll see if I can zoom in. They look like projection boxes that are pointed right at the Tree of Life, so that now the Tree of Life can be projected on from all sides, which, like, if that's true, that's super cool. I didn't know they had officially installed those. So over there is that waterfall again, and I just came through there, and now I'm on more of a backside of the Tree of Life. Right below that is where the exit doors are for Tough to Be a Bug. So when you exit Tough to Be a Bug, they're gonna want to, oh look, they're exiting right now. Cool, great demonstration. The flow is going to naturally take you to the right, heading towards Asia and Minnie and Mickey's meet and greet. But if you want, you can technically head left and head towards Africa. So that's kind of how I always do it now, just because then it doesn't get as crowded. So again, you'll see all these guests are going to naturally want to exit out to the right. So as you can see, there is a show dump. Everyone felt like they had to go to the right for some reason. So they're all doing the post-Disney show shuffle. There's nothing preventing you from going this other way. So if you need to get to Africa or Pandora or really anywhere faster, going to the left is going to be the fastest route for you. So I've just followed the exit flow out of Tough to Be a Bug, continuing our path around Discovery Island. Now if I were to take a left, it's going to take me to the bridge over to Asia and immediately to Yak and Yeti and the Upgrade Bird Adventure. To continue this circle, right here we have Adventure's Outpost, which is a meet and greet with Minnie and Mickey. And then if you keep going this way, that's where you run into what I call the food alley, because there's several little like food stands that offer things seasonally. So the menus are constantly changing, but there's also standard stuff like pretzels and popcorn that you can still find for picky eaters. Alrighty, so I just walked from there to here. You can see Tough to Be a Bug's entrance is right there. Right next to it is where Russell and Doug meet. Then behind me is the Discovery Trading Company, which is just another name for the Riverside Depot. There's the Hakuna Matata dance party happening, and then Flame Tree Barbecue. And then that orange building over there, that is the secondary restrooms for Discovery Island. Then off in the distance, leading into Dino Land. So we've just made a complete circle. Now there is something that I really enjoy about Discovery Island. As I've already kind of talked about, there's a lot of like paths and quiet places to explore. One of them actually being the Flame Tree Barbecue seating area. So let's go look at that. Now I'm not a huge barbecue person, but Flame Tree Barbecue always smells so incredible. They've got ribs and pulled pork sliders and mac and cheese and salads. This is where you would order. But then back here, all of these little roofs, these are all seating areas, so even when it's like really busy, there's still like a nice off the beaten path section that you can go to. Especially like right now when it's like not really dinner time anymore. So just go explore this. You get a really cool view of Everest down here, so that's one of the things I love. Also, check out the gorilla. See, right down here, next to another one of these little, like, eating areas, there's this awesome view of the 2 theaters for Rivers of Light and Expedition Everest, which, like, looks really cool with the storm behind it. I don't know, it's just quiet. Like, I can hear slightly the Hakuna Matata dance party happening, but it's just so much more, like, laid back here. Like, look at all of this eating space. And there's a big, like, pond here. It's really cool, guys. Those are gonna be my words for all these videos. It was awesome, wow, it's really cool. But it really is. I really, really enjoy this park. To finish out our tour of Discovery Island, I thought I'd show you that secondary guest relations location I was talking about that's next to the Riverside Depot or the Discover Trading Company. So as you come around the corner towards Dino Land, it's right there. That's the ticket corner. That's the guest relations location. So if you're in the park and you realize you're having fast pass issues or anything like that, you can go to them instead of going all the way to the front of the park. It's just a nice satellite location that's more convenient for the guests. Now that we've explored Discovery Island, let us head into Pandora by taking this left and walking past Tiffin's Nomad's Lounge.